How's it going, guys? This is Jason, and welcome back to Magic the Gathering Arena. Today we're going to be doing another standard event, and we're going to be using an Izzet Flash deck. This one made by Mr. Cafulet. Let's give it a look. So some of the staples of this deck, we've got Brazen Borrower, Bonecrusher Giant, both which are really good, and Gadwick the Wizened for potentially a lot of card draw. I don't think I've ever used an Izzet Flash deck in any of my episodes. Not totally sure. Maybe once. But this will definitely be a learning experience. Aside from that, we've got some of the usual suspects for Flash in general, like Brineborn Cutthroat, counters like Negate, Quench, and Ionize. A little bit of direct damage like Chandra's Pyrohelix, Rouse Outburst. And from the new set, we've got a few things. We've got Thassa's Intervention, which can be a counter or put cards into your hand. And Thrix the Sudden Storm, 4/5 Flash, Flying, and gives benefits for your 5 or higher mana cost spells. Plus we've got Opt for turn 1, so there's that. But yeah, let's get into it. I should mention I've already tried a bit with this deck on stream and failed miserably. We had 2 attempts earlier. One, we got shut out. We got all 3 of our losses before we had any wins. And then the second, we only got to, I think, 2 or 3 wins before we lost all 3. So let's see if we can do any better. Opponent goes first. We got 4 lands, Opt, Ionize, Thrix. I think it's keepable. Slightly hard to judge your starting hands with this kind of deck because it's like, how do you judge a counter? Is that like something that's playable? Or is it only things like Opt where you can guarantee to play it? We'll do Opt during his end step. Duress. Well, we're going to keep Opt in our hand in case he wants to get rid of that. Also, because if he doesn't choose Opt, that means we can have one more card that's not revealed information. He got rid of my Ionize, that's sad. We don't need another land. We need early game spells. Thassa's Intervention, that's not going to be useful till turn 3. Well, since we can't play anything, we might as well do Fabled Passage and thin out the amount of lands in our deck. Increase the odds of getting a non-land. Midnight Reaper, okay. So thankfully he's off to a slow start. He's not like aggroing me. We're not going to die right away, but we do need to start getting stuff out. Let's get an island. We've already got a mountain and 2 steam vents. Chandra's Pyrohelix. So that can kill Midnight Reaper, and that might be worth it. Yeah, we're gonna hold off, see what he does. We'll either counter something he does, or we'll do Chandra's Pyrohelix to get rid of Midnight Reaper. Agonizing Remorse. Well, we can't even counter that because he's going to pay the mana required. So I think we have to let that go through. We probably could have used Chandra's Pyrohelix on Midnight Reaper in response, but I'd actually be fine if he took away Chandra's Pyrohelix. That means we can keep Thassa's Intervention for an actual counter. He's probably going to get rid of Thrix. That's the biggest threat. Unless he knows he has creature removal in his hand. Oh, Thassa's Intervention. I guess he doesn't want me to counter something. So we are destroying Midnight Reaper then. Yeah. Alright, well, looking like Rouse Outburst next turn. We'll probably kill that Knight of the Ebon Legion. Actually, we should probably do that this turn before he can actually buff it. And let's find... ooh, Blast Zone could be good. I would prefer a non-land, but both of these are lands, so we'll take Blast Zone, since it can actually do something. And he already knows that I'm doing Thrix pretty soon. Another Midnight Reaper? Alright. Oh, Brineborn. We actually might do that before Thrix. We can do a Brineborn and put 1 counter on Blast Zone. I think we'll do that. Field of Ruin. Is he destroying my Blast Zone? That'd be unfortunate. Oh, he's killing Steam Vents. Interesting. Well, we might as well put the counter on Blast Zone now while we've got the chance. We're about to get a free mana. Not that it matters, we only had a 2-cost to play anyway. And I don't think it matters which land we choose. So I could kill his Midnight Reaper with this Brineborn Cutthroat, but should I, is the question. I think we're going to let it through, and we're going to play our own Brineborn Cutthroat. Let's see if he has creature removal that he wants to use on this. If he does, then that means Thryx might be safe. Oh wow, alright. Now we've got an Ionize, I like that. So we could do Thryx during his end step, or we could do Blast Zone and get another counter on it. We're going to do Temple of Epiphany, regardless. So we can make sure we don't draw that land. And we're just going to wait. There's no reason to do anything until his end step, when we've seen what he's going to do. So it looks like he's attacking. There's nothing we can do about that, except play Thryx, but he'd probably play removal, so I'm going to avoid that. We're going to let it through. I think we're just going to kill Midnight Reaper with Blast Zone. My turn. Yeah, I feel like he's definitely got removal. If possible, I'd like to wait until we have 2 more mana on the field, so we can do Thryx and then have Ionize available. So for now, let's just do Blast Zone. Two Ionizes, nice. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we still need 1 more after this land. So we'll have this enter the field tapped. Is he going to start drawing cards? That's fine with me. He's taking damage. It's like the only way we can do damage to him currently. Bolus's Citadel. I think that's certainly getting countered. That's not allowed. And hopefully that's the only one in his deck. I know these mono-black Devotion decks usually only run 1 or 2 of those. So hopefully that's the last we see of that. And now that he's tapped out, it means we can do Thryx, and we have a land, so we have enough to counter anything that he wants to do in response. I think we might be okay. The problem is we're out of cards after this, but... Grey Merchant, is that worth killing? He's going to do 3 damage with that. I think it's worth letting that stay, because we want to make sure we save removal for things that are going to kill Thryx. He knows Thryx is here. Why is he attacking? It seems foolish. Does he just want a card? Okay. Gadwick, oh my god. Should I only pay 2 so that I can keep Ionize available? I would love to draw it back to a full hand, but it's a little risky when I'm at 6 life. So I think I do need to pay just 2. We can find more spells that... Oh, I forgot. I could have gotten 1 more because of Thryx giving me a discount. We got 2 more Gadwicks? Well, that solves that. Let's attack. We'll probably just chump block Grey Merchant if he attacks. Oh, he won't even die. It's a 2/4. Yeah, so that works. I think we're pretty much in the clear, unless he has 2 threats sequentially to play. Is he going to try and remove Gadwick? Or rather, Thryx. Epic Downfall. Exile target creature with converted mana cost 3 or greater. I'm fine with that, because we have multiple Gadwicks. That's okay. I'm hoping that was the bait to see if I would counter it instead of keeping Thryx alive. We're going to let that through, I guess. Hopefully he doesn't have another Grey Merchant. If he does, we'll just counter it. He does. Okay, so he's going to try and kill me that way. We have to counter this or we die. And, hopefully he doesn't have another one. But, yeah, let's go ahead and do Gadwick. We're going to do, how much? 1, 2, 3, 4. Because we get that discount from Thryx. And then hopefully we get a counter of some kind. Well, Brazen Borrower works. If he tries to do another Grey Merchant, we can bounce the one he already has. And he's just about dead. He's pretty close to dead. We just need to survive 1 more turn and then we got him, I believe. We don't have any counters, which is unfortunate, but... Agonizing Remorse. So I feel like now I have to bounce this Grey Merchant, because if he has a second Grey Merchant in his hand, by some long shot, he's going to kill me. So I think I have to bounce this in response. He'll play it again, but he should only be able to do 2 damage with it. Oh, you know what? I could have just done Opt. Oh, no, right, because it doesn't matter if he attacks. It's about his devotion. So, yeah. That was the right call, I think. It shouldn't be possible for him to kill me with it if he plays it again. So that's fine. We're going to leave Opt there in case he wants to exile that. That would be better than Bone Crusher. Yeah, I think he's dead. I think we got him. Pretty sure. Because we're just going to play an Opt, and then that'll make Gadwick tap Grey Merchant, and then we can do 7 damage. That's game. So many Gadwicks. How many Gadwicks did we have that game? That was like all 4. I'm not complaining. That basically won us the game. Alright, let's continue on. Seems like Gadwick is kind of important to this deck, keeping up its momentum. Seems like without Gadwick, you sort of run out of steam. Opponent goes first. We've got Blast Zone, Castle Vanquisher's, Temple of Epiphany. These are really crappy first land choices. We've got a colorless. We've got 2 that enter tapped. Oh man, this is going to be super slow. And against an opponent who goes first. If we're against aggro, we're probably in trouble. We'll probably do Temple of Epiphany and then Blast Zone, so we can do some of the turn 2 spells, but I think it's keepable. It's just not ideal with the lands. Yeah. Even if he is aggro, we do have Chandra's Pyrohelix, which can kill, like, 2 creatures, so... Alright, we got an island. It's not so bad. Temple of Epiphany. I think we're all set on lands now. Let's look for other stuff. And what are we against? Is it Simic Flash? Is that why he's not playing anything? Or is it Simic Ramp and he's doing a Growth Spiral? Let's do an island. That way we can do Castle Vanquisher's untapped if we need. Next turn. Moment of the Sea. Well, nothing we can do about that. I'm thinking we might do Bone Crusher Giant to his face if he doesn't play any creatures, and then we might play him as a creature next turn. Risen Reef, we're definitely killing that. That's for sure. Risen Reef is not allowed to live. Should I do Chandra's Pyrohelix or Bone Crusher? Probably Bone Crusher, because then I can play him as a creature without losing out on his adventure. Let's do that. Slightly inefficient, because he only had 1 toughness, but I think it's acceptable. Let's get this out. Probably after this creature, we're going to want to keep Ionize always available in terms of mana. Oh, it's Bant. Bant Ramp. That's interesting. Another Risen Reef. We're killing that with Chandra's Pyrohelix, probably. Do we have... Oh, we don't have enough for Chandra's Pyrohelix and Ionize, though. So... This is whenever something enters the battlefield, so we can wait to see what he casts before we decide on Ionize or Chandra's Pyrohelix. Let's do a mountain. And let's attack. Always the chance he's going to chump block, but I doubt it. Yeah. Okay. Let's see what he's going to do. Kiora. I think that's fine. I'm not sure what he would play that would make that scary. Row? That's also fine. I mean, he's ramping up, but as long as we counter the things that he's trying to use his mana for, I think it's fine. That's not an elemental, so that shouldn't proc this, right? Yeah. Oh, he does draw a card with Kiora. That's fine. Not that big a deal. As long as we can continue attacking with Bone Crusher each turn, and he's only got Risen Reef, then I think we're okay. He's untapping that, but why?
The ocean surges, life thrives.
Does he have some kind of counter, like Dovin's Veto? That would suck. We're going to see if we can kill Risen Reef real quick. There's definitely a pause, so we can do something. I would be kind of surprised if there was a Dovin's Veto in this deck. It'd be kind of unexpected. He's looking at his hand. He might do it. Oh, it's a Growth Spiral. All right. That's fine. My turn. Is there anything else I want to do? Should I bounce this Kiora? I feel like this could be used for something else. Let's bounce this Kiora so we can play this guy as a creature next turn without missing out on the adventure. I think we want to hammer in the damage. Oh my god, Thrix. Speaking of hammering in the damage, we're going to do that probably during his end step. If we don't counter anything. Nissa. Should I counter that? Should I counter that? I feel like I probably should. It's going to allow him to ramp up. I think that's worth countering. If he has a Dovin's Beetle, he'll use it here on Ionize. Growth Spiral. Alright. Sounds good. Castle Vantress, nice. We've got a good amount of mana. It means we can use Thassa's Intervention for the next scary thing he tries to play. But for now, I'm just hammering things in with Bone Crusher. And do I want to do Gadwick? Do I want to do Gadwick? I feel like I don't, frankly. I think I want to just do Brazen Borrower or Thrix. Thrix would win me the game if he doesn't have any creatures out. Age of Treachery, fuck. So he's taking... Oh, I can just counter it. Oh, thank goodness. No. I almost didn't realize that I could counter that with Thassa's Intervention, so let's do that. He's going to be down to 1 because we're also going to play Brazen Borrower. We might have him here. If we draw like a direct damage spell, we win. Not quite. Okay. So we're probably doing Thrix, and that's it. Next turn. Still don't feel like doing Gadwick because I want to just keep the flash creatures coming in. How much does he have in the graveyard? I wonder if he can escape Uro. I don't want to look at the graveyard because I don't want to give him any ideas if he hasn't thought of it already. But that's definitely a way of recovering 3 life and creating a blocker for Bone Crusher. The good thing, though, is I can bounce it with Brazen Borrower. Yeah, so he is escaping that. So that's fine. He's gaining 3 life, but we are going to bounce him, so I think we still kill him, unless he plays something else. Let's see what else he does. Thassa. What is that going to do? Is he just going to... If he blinks Uro, he'll gain life, but he's not going to be a blocker anymore. And then I'll kill him. So I'm not sure what he's going to do with that Thassa. And I think it's fine. Yeah, I'm not sure he realizes that it's going to be sacrificed because it didn't get escaped when you blink it. Yeah. That's game. Yeah, I believe that was an oversight on his part. I think he thought that blinking it with Thassa would keep it on the field permanently. Which was not the case. Alright. Let's continue. I feel like already we're just as successful as we were in the last attempt. Alright. I go first. We've got a good amount of lands. Brineborn Cutthroat, Opt. It looks like we're actually curving out, kind of. We'll keep it. We're going to do Opt on his end step. I'm always sort of torn whether I want to save Opt for when Brineborn Cutthroat is already out so he gets buffed, or if I want to use it. Did I not play a land? Did I actually skip playing a land? Oh my god. If that actually just happened, I can't fucking believe it. Against Mono Red Aggro, I wasted an entire turn. Please tell me I went second and I didn't actually do that. How fucking embarrassing. We're not going to pay life against mono red aggro. But Jesus Christ, did I really just skip an entire turn? This is bad. This is so bad, and he's stealing my shit now. Bone Crusher Giant at least can help us here. Blast Zone also, we can just put that out by surprise and just kill his whatever one costs he has. So I think for now we're just going to kill Robber of the Rich during his turn. What else is he going to play? Anax. We're going to have to kill Robber of the Rich before he plays Anax. We don't want any more satyrs than we have to. So now what we can do is we can do Brineborn Cutthroat and then immediately opt to buff it, and then we can kill Fervent Champion. Or we could play Bone Crusher as a creature. I'm tempted to play Bone Crusher first, because he can kill Anax. I mean, Brineborn Cutthroat could too, but Brineborn Cutthroat's going to continue getting bigger, whereas Bone Crusher Giant is not. Plus, Bone Crusher Giant deals damage to him if he targets it. What is he going to do? He could do Embercleave if he has it. No, he's doing Legion Warboss. Well, we're killing Anax for sure. That's an easy choice for me. Kind of surprised he attacked with it, to be honest. Unless he's got a creature buff, which doesn't look like he does. Okay. I think we might Rouse Outburst that Legion Warboss. We don't have enough mana for it, though, unfortunately. Oh, we have enough for Bone Crusher, though. But do I want to do Brineborn Cutthroat before I get Bone Crusher out there to buff it? I think I need to kill Legion Warboss before that happens. So we'll do... I think we're going to opt to make sure we draw a land. We're kind of dying for land here when we can't afford it. Steam Vents, yeah, we'll take it. Even though it's not coming out this turn, we do need to have enough land next turn. And then we're going to kill Legion Warboss during his right before combat. Oh god, Robber of the Rich. Should I kill Legion Warboss or Robber of the Rich? Probably Legion Warboss, because it's just going to continue making creatures and buff them. So let's do that. If he has Embercleave, I think I'm going to be hurt pretty bad. He can definitely afford it, too. He stole my Brazen Borrower! You son of a bitch! Is that Embercleave? I feel like Embercleave's coming. Oh, he's playing Brazen Borrower, wow. Well, the good thing is if I find another Brazen Borrower, I can bounce that back to my hand. None of these share a mana cost, so I can't use Blast Zone to any really good effect. I could do Rouse Outburst, I could do Bone Crusher Giant as a blocker, and then also do Brineborn Cutthroat. But I'm still taking 3 damage by the air, that's too much. Oh man, this is bad. Plus, I don't want him casting my stuff, so maybe I should kill Robber of the Rich with Rouse Outburst and then just take... Oh no, that's way too much damage, I'll die. This is really bad. I'm not sure what to do. I think I have to take... I think I'm just dead, if I'm being honest. I think... Rouse Outburst, I could kill Brazen Borrower with it. And then I'd take 6... I'd be just as good as dead. Or I could do Bone Crusher and Brineborn Cutthroat. But then I'm taking 6. I'm taking 6 either way. So I guess we'll go with having the 2 blockers, I suppose. What does that sound? Something coming from outside. 10th Street Dodger. I think that means I lose. If he's got an extra attacker. That's game. Yeah. Cannot believe that I'm gonna have to rewatch that. I can't actually believe that I skipped it. I've never done that before. I've never just not played a land after going first. That is idiotic. Alright, let's move past it. Let's move past it and go to the next game. What do we have next? Surge 1000. Okay. Opponent goes first this time. We have Bone Crusher, a couple 3 costs, Fabled Passage. I think this is okay. We can do Bone Crusher for the first couple turns. And then if we find one more island, we can do Gadwick. Ionize in the meantime. I think this is alright. Keep it. We're definitely going to want to hold off on playing Fabled Passage until the last minute, because we want to keep as many lands in our deck as possible to draw. And that is something I want to kill with Bone Crusher, so that's a good start. Let's do Steam Vents. We did draw another land, so that's nice. Wasn't an island, but it means we can do Fabled Passage untapped turn 4. Oh, it's Orzhov of Enchantments. I remember this deck. Maybe I should kill Starfield Mystic then with Bone Crusher. In any case, I can wait until his turn to decide. Actually, not necessarily, because Allseed can give it protection. So yeah, I think I will kill Starfield Mystic now. While he's tapped out. Next turn we'll probably do Bone Crusher the creature to block Allseed. What else does he have? Is he just going to use removal on Bone Crusher? I'd be fine with that. It's a 1-for-1, and he takes damage if he targets Bone Crusher, so that's fine with me. Let's do Mountain. I don't want to do Blast Zone until I can play it right away, in case he plays multiple 1-cost permanents. I can do like a surprise removal. Oh, no removal. I guess he didn't have anything to play then. Sounds like someone's using a chainsaw outside, but I live on the 6th floor. What's going on? Oh, it's probably someone vacuuming. Yeah, that's probably it. Banishing Light. Okay. Well. Another Blast Zone. Well, I think we should probably find an island with Fabled Passage. We're going to wait, though, until we need it. Because we want to keep as many islands in the deck for us to be likely to draw for Gadwick as possible. So there's no reason to sacrifice this until we actually need it. For now, we're just on standby with Ionize. And next turn, if we don't do Gadwick, we can do Thrix. So that'll be nice. Yeah, it definitely sounds like someone vacuuming. In like an apartment near my window. Alright. Thankfully, he doesn't have anything else he's attacking with aside from this 1-1, so we're not really being punished for not playing a lot of stuff. Archon of Sun's Grace. That is for sure being countered. No question in my mind. Temple of Epiphany. That gives us the 3rd blue we need. Although it does mean we're not playing Thrix this turn. Ooh. But we want to guarantee we can do Gadwick pretty soon. Brineborn Cutthroat. We basically have nothing to play this turn, unfortunately. Do I want Brineborn Cutthroat? We're probably doing Thrix next, so yeah, sure. And there's actually no reason not to sacrifice Fabled Passage now, because we've got the 3 blues we require for pretty much any spell. And we have 2 more lands in our hand. So I think we're all set on lands for a bit. Ephemia. If possible, I'd like to play Thrix as a surprise blocker for that. And kill it that way. Hopefully we can do that next turn. Oh, nice. You didn't get any zombies out of it. Let's get to our island. Oh, right. That shuffles Brineborn Cutthroat. Forgot about that. Alright. Rouse Outburst. Nice. So we have something to play if Thrix doesn't make sense to play. But do I want to do Gadwick first? I want to do Gadwick. Let's draw back to a full hand and have Gadwick out. Yeah. I feel like card advantage is the way to go here. Even if he kills Gadwick and we're tapped out, then we still got tons of cards that we can play. I think that's the long-run way of overcoming the deck we're against. Probably next turn we're going to want to Brineborn Cutthroat and Thrix. Oh my god, all the glitters. We need to... Jesus Christ, he's doing 9 damage. Well, thankfully we have Gadwick. That means that we can play things at instant speed and tap him before combat starting next turn. But Jesus, that got big really fast. Okay, so let's see. We're doing Thrix, which is 5. And then we have 2 more mana available. We can do Brineborn Cutthroat. Yeah, I think we're okay. We're going to play this land untapped. We're going to attack with Gadwick. And then we're just going to pass turn. And actually, we can tap both his creatures, but I think I only want to tap Ephemia, because All Seed I can kill with the surprise blocker. Ephemia I cannot. Surprise! It would be funny if he sacrificed All Seed to give it protection, and then I played Thrix to tap it once more. Oh, he's doing it! He's doing it! Nope. I don't think so. No attack for you. And then next turn we can just do another Rouse Outburst. Tap it again. And we're going to have a bunch of attackers. Why did the Thrix not buff Brineborn Cutthroat? Oh, was Brineborn Cutthroat still in the stack? He must have been. Negate's nice to have. That's very nice. But we've got enough for... Oh, you know what? We could just buff one of our Blast Zones to 2 and just kill Ephemia that way. That would be hilarious. Okay, so let's see. How much mana do we need? We need 4 plus 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think we're set on mana, so let's play a Temple of Epiphany. Brazen Borrower, yes. Give me that Brazen Borrower. We can bounce Ephemia if we're not going to just destroy her. And let's just go for a full attack. We can tap both those creatures, can't we? Because Rouse Outburst will put Brazen Borrower into my hand, and I can play Brazen Borrower. Yeah. We're just going for full damage right now. Oh, that's right. He can make one of those. Shit. Well, I didn't think of that. Sadly, there's no way to buff my Brineborn Cutthroat, so that is going to die. Oh, he's blocking Gadwick. I'm actually fine with that. I've got a spare Gadwick. So, yeah, that's... Or I could just use Rouse Outburst on the zombie right now. Let's do that, just to keep Gadwick alive for now. We'll just kill this. That Brazen Borrower. We're just going to bounce Ephemia, probably. We should probably do this before he draws a card, right? In case he in case by some chance he draws that, like, give target creature protection spell. Yeah. Just want to make sure that there's no doing that. We're looking like we're in a pretty good position right now. We've got another Gadwick coming out that's about to put us back to a full hand. His Ephemia has lost all her enchantments. He does have this in the graveyard, which he can escape, but it's going to kill Ephemia unless he gets another enchantment on there. Currently, it looks like the only thing he can do is just make another Castle Ardenvale creature. Which I'm not too worried about. Is he going to exile all the glitters to get another zombie? Oh, I guess he is. Alright. More zombies. I guess we'll do... Can we kill him if we go for a full attack? We can only do 9, so no. We're going to have to play these creatures during his turn to make sure we tap those attackers. So that's Brazen Borrower we can do. We can also do... Well, Gadwick we have to do now. Let's attack with Gadwick. Let's attack with everyone. Fuck it. I don't think he's going to kill me. Fairly certain he won't. He might kill Brineborn Cutthroat now. Actually, if he does this, then I should probably tap that creature before he can declare it as a blocker. Just make sure Brineborn Cutthroat either kills the zombie or goes through. But can he kill me next turn if I do that? Actually, this is fine. If he blocks my Brimborn Cutthroat, then there's only one more 2-cost left on the field, which is Euphemia. And then I can kill that with Blast Zone. So I'm fine with this. Oh, he's chump blocking Gadwick again. Wow. He's just betting that I don't... He doesn't realize I have another Gadwick, so that's actually perfect. Yeah. That's fine by me. Oh, he has reconsidered. He's letting it all go through. Alright. I'm assuming he's trying to kill me by playing Mojis' favor on the zombie. That's my guess. But if that's what he thinks, he's not accounting for the fact that I have Brazen Borrower. And, I guess we'll end the turn. We're probably going to put some counters on Blast Zone to make sure we can kill that Banishing Light at the very least. But that'll kill Gadwick too, so maybe not, I don't know. That's fine. Is he doing Mojis' favor? On the zombie? He is. Okay. Well, we're going to have to go ahead and tap that. Oh, wait, we could just counter it. That works too. Let's actually do that. Then we can tap multiple creatures. We'll tap Euphemia. And I think we win now. Go ahead and attack if you want. You're about to die. That was a foolish mistake. Should not have attacked. I've got ground attackers that you need to block. Pretty sure he's dead either way. Doesn't really matter what he does. Yeah, I think he just realized that. No. Good game. Mire Triton. Cool. Let's go again. Okay, Kraken. I go first. I need to make sure I play a land this turn. We've got 2 lands, Brineborn, some counters, Gadwick. Looks alright. Obviously we need to draw more lands to get our 3 costs, but looks like a decent enough start. Hello. Hello. Steam Vents tapped. And then probably Brimborn Cutthroat. Temple of Epiphany. I doubt it's a mirror match because this deck I'm using isn't really in the meta too often. So most likely, seeing a Temple of Epiphany, I'm thinking Jeskai Fires. Meaning, I need to buff my Brimborn Cutthroat fast so he gets higher than 3 toughness. So he can't be killed by Deafening Clarion, and I need to save my counters for things like Fires of Invention. Yeah, looking like Jeskai Fires. Problem is he could have a Bone Crusher here, in which case Brimborn Cutthroat would be killed immediately. That'd be really sad. Looks like that was not the case. Alright. We're going to do Steam Vents and pay 2 life, because we want to have Ionize available, in case he plays something that's a creature. I doubt he would, but just in case. Fae of Wishes. And that's going to need to be countered. Oh, wait, he's just playing as a creature? Interesting. I do want that gone, because I don't want him blocking. Because that would just shut down my Brimborn Cutthroat's attack. So we are gonna counter that. But should I do it with Thassa's Intervention? We're gonna do it with Thassa's Intervention because this is a limited opportunity where he has not enough mana. In the future, we'll have Ionize, which will be mana independent. Ooh, another Brimborn Cutthroat. So that'll be good. If he doesn't play anything that's counterable, we can do that and buff him further. But we're definitely saving these Ionizes and Negates for any Fires of Invention we see. Our set. Do I care about that? I'm not sure I do. I think I might just play another Brimborn Cutthroat, to be honest, and just do more damage. Yeah, I think I'm fine with that. He's getting more cards, but if I'm doing more damage, then that's fine. As long as I counter that Shadow of the Sky. Yeah. Let's just get as much damage as possible while we have... Oh my god, we have 4 counters. I think we might have this in the bag, frankly. Unless he plays multiple spells per turn, which Jeskai Fires is not known for. I think we've pretty much got this handled. Presupposing 1 big spell per turn, we're looking pretty good. He's on 2-turn clock. It's about how many... Can he play multiple spells per turn? Shadow the Sky, we're countering that for sure with Negate. You know what, I might have been able to kill him there if I had done Ionize. I think I would have done 2 damage to him and I could have just killed him immediately. Actually, it doesn't matter, we could just do Bone Crusher, we win. Holy shit. It's probably the most success I've had against Jeskai Fires out of all time. That was clean. We had like 4 counters in our hand and 2 creatures on the field. That's like best case scenario against Jeskai Fires. Holy shit. I doubt we're going to see success like that again against Jeskai Fires. But that brings us to 4 wins, which covers the entry cost of the standard event. Let's continue going. This is certainly the best I've ever done with this deck. Hoping I can get at least 1 more win. Not really sure what's different from the first couple attempts. Maybe it's just that I'm more familiar with the deck now. It's really hard to say. What is our next match gonna be? Shiro 264. I love that eye goblin. Opponent goes first. We've got a negate and a bunch of direct damage. It's looking alright to me. It's looking like we're really well suited for removal, which if he's Azorius Control, that's not going to be as useful. So we're going to have to wait and see. Negate could be useful, but we'll probably want more of those. Yeah, looking like Azorius Control, sadly. We've got more. So if this is Azorius Control, that means the top priority is saving our counters for Dream Trawler. That's pretty much... Oh, and Teferi, right? Because we can't... If Teferi enters the field, then we can't counter anything. That's a very good point. That is nice. So probably... All of our stuff is... Oh, if we want to be able to counter something, though, we need an Ionize, so we're going to do an Island. But if he doesn't do anything counterable, then we'll do... Yeah, that's totally fine. We're going to do Bone Crusher to his face, and then probably play him as a creature. You get planes, alright. What else? My turn. Bone Crusher to the face! Boom. Brazen Borrower's nice to have. I think I want to keep Ionize available, frankly. I don't know if I want to do Bone Crusher when there's the possibility he can play Teferi. Might seem overly cautious, but I'm just scared to death of him having a Teferi and or Dream Trawler. So I think we're just going to hold off. We could just do more direct damage to him, if nothing else. Or we could just play Brazen Borrower as a creature. That works too. Then we've got a Sky Attacker for 3. But yeah, I feel like we need to have Ionize available at all times. Hope we get more counters because I'm feeling a little vulnerable having just one. Especially since control decks are known for their draw power. My turn, alright. We're gonna do... Should I do Brazen Borrower? He's fully untapped, so he's probably gonna counter whatever I do. We're gonna do Chandra's Power Helix. And just try and do 2 damage to his face. Just see what he does. Oh, he took it. Alright. Fabled Passage. We're gonna do Steam Vents tapped. Next turn we'll do Fabled Passage, and then we'll be able to do Bone Crusher and still have enough mana for Ionize. Yeah. We absolutely have to keep Ionize available for Dream Trawler. The issue is, though, even if he does get countered, the deck he's using probably has Elspeth Conquers Death, which can bring him right back. Our set, that's fine. Yeah, there's Elspeth Conquers Death. So... Damn, that can take out Dream Trawler, or rather, Brazen Borrower. What should I do? All of my creatures are three mana cost or higher, so I need like a Brandborn Cutthroat to not be vulnerable to Elspeth Conquers Death. I could kill that wall, but what's the point? I'm not sure what to do here. Maybe I should just do direct damage? I don't know. Seems like it's sort of... Seems like sort of petty and inconsequential. Okay, well... Does he have anything in the graveyard worth bringing back? Teferi. He does, yeah. So I don't want to give him any reason to play Elspeth Conquers Death. So we're going to hold off on playing either of our Bone Crushers. We're going to do Opt real quick to see what we draw. Another Opt? Sure. Oh, god damn it, Narset. I always forget about you. Okay. I should have done that during his turn, and then Opt would have worked. But I forgot about Narset. Elspeth. That's not good. Now he's got a way of making creatures. And the issue with that is, even if I counter it, he can just escape it. So we need more counters. Is really what it comes down to. Is he going to play Elspeth? He's not. I guess he's keeping his stuff available for counters. All right. And Opt the same thing. We can't do it until his turn. We could play Bone Crusher and then counter Elspeth Conquers Death. But then we don't have a counter for if he plays Dream Trawler, and then we're totally screwed if that enters the battlefield. So I think we just need to wait. We're playing super passively, but I feel like it's necessary, given what I know about this deck we're up against. Is he playing super passively in return? He is. Okay, well, we'll do Opt. If he wants to counter that, then fine. But I doubt it. Temple of Epiphany, no. No more lands. Gadwick, that'll work. Problem is, he needs to enter the battlefield before I draw cards, so if he's countered, then I don't get anything. So, we're going to play Gadwick for 1. Oh, crap, but... Oh, man. I feel like we have to. We have to do Gadwick for 1. Even if he does Elspeth Conquers Death, we can counter that. But we need to start having ways of tapping his creatures and doing damage. Alright, he's countering. That's fine. We're not going to counter Sinister Sabotage because we need to save counters for threats, not things that annoy us. It's basically like control versus control, which is never super exciting. It is kind of tense. I don't know if I would call it exciting, though. Now, Elspeth Conquers... or Elspeth Sun's Nemesis. How do I feel about this? I feel like now I have to play Bone Crusher Giant as a blocker. He's not even a good blocker, because these 1/1s can be buffed to 3/2s. But he can just escape it if I counter it, so it's a waste of a counter. Oh, man, I don't know. I think we're going to just let it through and then play Brazen Borrower as a creature to try and damage Elspeth so that she can't do a lot. Yeah. It's unfortunate, but I don't see much else to do. We're going to try for Brazen Borrower. The counter. Alright. It's kind of strange seeing Sinister Sabotage in this. I expect to see more Absorbs, unless he has both of those. Rouse Outburst. We can kill Elspeth. So I feel like we might as well do that, and then we'll have enough mana still for Ionize. And we get a Brazen Borrower? Yeah. That way, if we don't counter anything, we can do Brazen Borrower as a creature again. We're hanging on just barely in terms of card advantage. Like, he's got way more cards than us. We're just sort of desperately countering anything that looks like it might be getting out of control. Out of control. Yeah, I would love to get a Gadwick out, but I feel like he's just going to counter it whenever he sees it. Because we need to start... we need to get back to a full hand to be able to compete with this. But it's tough, because at the same time, we need to prevent Dreamtrawler from entering the battlefield. And I think we're going to let this through and then play Brazen Borrower as a creature. Yeah, he's buffing those. That's what I was afraid of.
Believe in yourself as I believe.
Should I maybe just bounce one of those and kill it instead of playing that as a creature? I'm going to try that. He doesn't have enough mana for anything that I would want to counter with Ionize now, so I think it's safe. We need to limit the amount of damage he's doing. Another Ionize, beautiful. So now I'm not too afraid of countering his whatevers that he plays. I think we're going to do a Brazen Borrower, kill Elspeth Sun's Nemesis again. Or I could do Bone Crusher Giant now. But no, Bone Crusher Giant has the problem it can't block these guys, and the wall's in the way. Brazen Borrower can get by the wall. Yeah, so we are going to... Actually, no, we'll do Bone Crusher Giant. We'll do Bone Crusher Giant, because we can do Brazen Borrower in response in case nothing is counterable. Yep. That's the plan. What did this see? Alright. So in particular, I'm looking out for Elspeth Conquers Death. I'm guessing he's probably going to play that to get rid of Bone Crusher. And hopefully he doesn't play a land and do that and Teferi. That would be disastrous. He played a land. He's playing Elspeth Conquers Death. I think if he had a Teferi, he would have played that first, so I think that's fine. Unless he thought Teferi was more important, which it is. So I'm hoping he doesn't have anything else significant to play. Oh, we could have an Absorb. I forgot about that part, too. Ah, shit. I think this just... I think that was the breaking point for this game. He's now got Teferi coming back on the field. He's got Elspeth Sun's Nemesis. He's got Narset limiting my card draw. He's got mana advantage. He's got creatures attacking. This is looking pretty bad. Damn. If I play either of these creatures, I can't afford both my counters, and I feel like I need both my counters. We're going to do Brazen Borrower. Are we? Yeah, we are. We need Brazen Borrower out, because even if he gets Teferi out and bounces Brazen Borrower, that means I can redo its adventure and then bounce Teferi, and then counter it.
Find your valor and fight.
I can exactly afford Quench, I just realized. But I doubt he's going to play anything that Quench really matters. Oh my god, Dreamtrawler, and he can afford fucking Quench. This game's over. There's nothing we can do against Dreamtrawler because I forgot about Elspeth's discount thingy. It's so annoying because we were saving that Ionize for Dreamtrawler the entire game, and then Elspeth Conquers Death just came along and was like, nope, you gotta pay extra mana. I should have realized that and not played Brazen Borrower so hastily. Alright, let's continue. I'm still hoping for one more win. If I can get just one more win, we'll call this a victory. Damn, Azorius control is tough. It's tough. But I think we would have potentially overcome it if we had the same kind of starting hand as we had against that Jeskai Fires deck, where we just had, like, Brindborn Cutthroats out in the first couple turns, and then just counters for everything else they do. Opponent goes first. Lands are looking a little slow. But I think it's keepable. Is this another Fires? Oh my god, and we've got only one counter. Well, we know exactly what we have to do. We're doing Brindborn Cutthroat turn 2, which means Temple of Epiphany now. Mountain, yes. We need a basic land so we can do Brindborn Cutthroat and Ionize. We need to have Ionize available for when they have Fires ready. Yeah, so Brindborn Cutthroat coming out during their end step, most likely. Do they have a Bone Crusher for my Brindborn? Nope. Cool. And then a Mountain, so we can have that Ionize ready. Oh, he's just tapping it? Yeah, that's fine. It's fine with me. If he doesn't play anything that I want to counter, then we'll probably do Opt. God, Eternal Kefnet, we're definitely countering that. Countering it is the only way to get rid of it. Because if you just kill it, it just ends up back in the library, so we have to counter that. I was hoping we'd save Ionize for Fires, but Kefnet is way scarier. What now? Probably Gadwick, to make sure we can draw an extra card, and but the main issue is if he has Deafening Clarion, we're going to lose both those creatures, which I just now thought about, but I was just thinking about trying to get more card draw to find another counter. God damn it, Deafening Clarion. Why do I say things? Alright, we probably have to do Brazen Borrower as a creature to keep the pressure up, so we'll do that during his turn. And then we can do an Opt. So, should I do Temple of... Yeah, I should do Temple of Epiphany, and then if I don't like it, I'll put it on the bottom. If that's I want that. That's a counter. That means, potentially, we could Opt and then counter if we need to counter something in emergency. But for now, we'll wait until his end step. Let's see what he does. If he does Fires, we're countering it. Kefnet, we have to counter that as well. So we're going to Opt. Bring that Thassa's Intervention into our hand. And then counter Kefnet. There's no choice. That thing's too scary. Bye. I have no reservations whatsoever about using my my Thassa's Intervention on that. Rouse Outburst, alright. Once again, nothing to do until his end step. Is he going to do Fires at some point? Teferi. If he's doing Teferi, we have to do everything we want to do now. So, let me think about this. We have 6 mana available. I don't want to do Rouse Outburst to his face. I'll probably do it to Teferi next turn. But we'll do an Opt, see what we draw. Mountain? No, we're good on lands. If we get a counter, we're going to use it on Teferi. No, okay. Should I just play Brazen Borrower as a creature? Let's do that. We'll have him as a creature, and then Teferi can bounce him if he wants. And if he does, then I'll just, then he'll be at -3. We're killing Teferi next turn, regardless of what happens. Yeah. So now we can kill him because it's not 5 loyalty counters. Ionize, nice. Is there any way to... Yeah, we have enough for Ionize and Rouse Outburst, so let's go ahead and kill Teferi. We'll take another Brazen Borrower, yes please. Okay. Feels like not much has happened, because we both have approximately the same amount of cards in our hand, we both have approximately the same mana. It's looking like kind of a draw here, but I think we're doing a good job preventing him from making much progress, and he's also down to about half of our health. Next turn we could play 2 Brazen Borrowers, that could be pretty good. If he plays something scary, we might Rouse Outburst and look for a counter. And just do Rouse Outburst to his face. He's scrying, that's a great sign. That means we can play both our Brazen Borrowers and basically get him down to 5 health. And that's exactly what we're going to do. Do-do-do-do. We can do Rouse Outburst and look for one more direct damage spell. Let's do that. Let's just go for it. If we can kill him this turn, we should. Bone Crusher Giant, we fucking got it. We got him. That was lucky as shit, but we top-decked it, and it worked, and we got him. What a game. He basically didn't play anything that we couldn't immediately handle. I can't tell if that was luck or skill on my part, but somehow it worked. Whispering Snitch. We got to 5 wins, which means I'm considering this episode a victory, regardless of what happens from here on out. But let's see how many more wins we can get. Certainly better than I did in the previous attempts. And really, improvement is what matters. I think we're getting the hang of this deck a little bit better. Radio Caps. Alright. I go first. I don't know about this hand. 2 lands, only 1 is an island. We do have a bunch of 2-cost blue spells, though. Might be okay, because we have Brineborn Cutthroat and Brazen Borrower. I think we're going to keep it and hope we draw lands. It's also nice that I go first. Definitely thinking Brineborn Cutthroat turn 2. Oh god, mono red aggro. Well, Blast Zone might help if he plays multiple 1-cost creatures. We're going to need 2 more mana, though, to be able to actually use it. So many Brazen Borrowers. Let's see what happens. Lots of Brazen Borrowers means we could stall a lot. And actually, that might be a good idea here, because he's about to do 4 damage instead of 1. So I think we are actually going to bounce one of the... Oh my god. So now he's doing 4 damage instead of 6. Blast Zone is going to be super useful. We just need to survive to the point where we can get 2 more mana. So let's go ahead and bounce one of these. I really hope we draw lands. I really hope we do, because this would be amazing if we killed 3 of his things with Blast Zone. But it's not looking good. Okay, that's 1 more land. We just need 1 more. Most likely we're just going to bounce again. I don't see myself playing Brineborn Cutthroat just to have it die for no reason. He's got to know that I have Blast Zone. Robber of the Rich. I think we're going to bounce Robber of the Rich. Doop-a-doop. So I'm taking 6 damage here, which is bad, but if I draw 1 more land and we kill these Fervent Champions, we might be okay. It's not something statistically I can rely on, but it's not an impossible chance. Let's just hope. Oh god, I should have specified. I need a land I can play right away game, not this. That's too slow, and there's the land we needed. I'm not sure we're going to survive. This is bad, because he can do Embercleave this turn. We do have a counter, but we need 1 more blue, so our counter doesn't mean anything. Pretty much all we can do is bounce the thing that he puts Embercleave on if he does do it. And he definitely can do it. If he goes right to combat, then I know he has Embercleave. Let's see. If he does Embercleave, I can bounce the creature he puts it on, and then I think we'll survive. Barely. What did he just take? So we should barely survive this way. Let's see if he does Embercleave. Yes. So we have to Brazen Borrower whatever he targets. Looking like Robber of the Rich. Doop-a-da-doop. It's gotta be so annoying. I've just Brazen Borrowed 3 things in a row. Oh, Jesus Christ, we're almost dead. So we have to kill those Fervent Champions for sure. Hopefully he doesn't play Robber of the Rich and then attach it immediately. And hopefully he doesn't realize that I have Blast Zone that I can use. Oh man, this is tough. It's really tough. What is he to do? Robber of the Rich, alright. It's to be expected, I suppose. We only have 1 mana available, really, because we have to kill these Fervent Champions. Hopefully he doesn't have anything else aside from Robber of the Rich. That's fine. In fact, we're going to do Blast Zone now before that resolves, so we fizzle his Rimrock Knight. And then we should survive with just 1 health. Unless he's got something else in his hand he can do damage with. What did he just do? Oh my god, he got a Bone Crusher Giant! I can't believe it! I can't believe it. He just stole my Bone Crusher Giant and won the game. What were the fucking odds? Oh man, wow. What a match that was. That was so close. If we had just... You know what it was? If we had not drawn that Scryland and we had gotten the island instead, we would have had enough life to recover from that. It was that close. It was the difference between a Scryland and a basic land would have won us the game. And we definitely would have won, because he was totally out of steam. After we killed all of his Fervent Champions, pretty much all he had was Robber of the Rich, and then we could have bounced it with, you know, something else, or Gadwick and tapped it before it could attack. But the fact that I was so low during that last attack means that Bone Crusher Giant that he stole with Robber of the Rich meant all the difference. Oh, man, that was so close. But you know what? That was one of those rare close games where I actually still did enjoy it, even though I lost. That was just a really good game. Frustrating, though, that I could have won if I had drawn the right thing. What are these cards? Rescuer Sphinx? What the hell? Never seen this. Warden of Everside. I've seen that one. 600 gold, which is more than the entry cost, so I'm at least happy about that. We got to 5 wins. I'm going to take it, frankly. I don't think I've used this deck before. It doesn't seem like super optimal. It seems like it can be really good in the right circumstances, but it's not very consistent, I would say. Not as consistent as some of the more popular decks in the meta, at least. But definitely enjoyable, a good change of pace. I really enjoy having sort of two sides of control, having both like defensive, like counters and bouncing, as well as direct damage. And this deck definitely offers that. So definitely check it out if you get a chance. But yeah, that's going to wrap this episode up. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time.